Welcome to Mystic Thoughts, the official Mystic Unigon podcast. Now, my hair looks like shit, so you can really see the thinning on top, and it's hard to get it to go the way I want it. So I was like, you know what, I'll just wear the cosplay wigs, because this is more of a visual podcast anyway, even though, it's cool if people want to just listen. So, very first part of today's podcast is how I got or came up with my username and avatar. Let's see. I'm trying to think back. I joined Twitter 2014, 2016, I don't know, somewhere around that. Like the very first video I made on YouTube was 2016. And it was like September-ish. We went to the park. And I made a video of Munchkin, because she was little, going down the slide. So that's literally the first video on my YouTube channel. My first username on Twitter was FNAF Fan 82, I think. Something like that. Because, that was, Five Nights at Freddy's was so pretty big. And the only reason I really joined Twitter, because I wasn't even going to, was to actually make friends in the Star Wars community. Which I did, and I ended up getting into the text-based Star Wars roleplay on Twitter, which was fun. I'm sure I changed my username at some point, but it didn't, to some, my normal and Star Wars base, but I don't even remember. I just remember having FNAF Fan 82, or whatever, something to that effect. So, then I decided, you know what? Five Nights at Freddy's kind of started dying off, and I'm like, it just feels like a stupid username. So I was like, well, I write poetry. So I switched it to Mystic Poet 82. And my original avatar design was the one I have now, but a little different style, and the colors had been switched. It was purple with aqua hair. And then looking at it and thinking over it, I was like, nah, it looks too much like a girly kind of version of Spyro, and I don't want people thinking I copied off of Spyro. The only reason I came up with purple and aqua together, was it Maybelline that had the mascara that had like a butterfly design in the top of it? It was purple and aqua kind of melded together, and it looked really pretty, and I'm like, I'm gonna use those colors because they really look nice together. And it's like you can make the purple like a darker tone, which is what I prefer anymore. Anyway, those were why I picked those colors. Now the mystic part goes back quite a bit longer, because I've been playing World of Warcraft since Wrath, original Wrath. And I've met friends that disappeared, friends that have stuck with me. And some of those few that have stuck around and are still friends and I still kind of keep in contact with, was a couple that live all the way in California. And they mostly only played Horde. And I decided, well, if you guys ever want a break, how about I make a guild over on one of the servers that's more Alliance, dominant. And then if you all want to come over there, then you can be in my guild. I'll make you guys officers, whatever, since you made me one over here. And they're like, alright, that's cool. So, I'm getting on my tune and I'm thinking, now what do I call this guild? So I whispered the wife, and I'm like, do you got any good guild name ideas? And she goes, like, literally, it didn't even take her long to give me an answer. And the first thing she shot at me was what I used. It was Mystic Fellowship. And I was like, ooh, I like that. And that is what... Now, that was on Stormrage. They were on... I want to say Zul'jin. I forget. It was either Zul'jin or Area 51. Or Area 52. I forget. But you know which one I mean. But... So, I stuck with that. And then that was what made me think of... using Mystic Poet 82. Just kind of keeping the mystic thing. And then using Mystic Fellowship as my community name on here and YouTube and whatever. So I kind of stuck with that, and then I'm like, well, the only time I really wrote my poetry was Night Shift. And unfortunately, I didn't stay on Night Shift forever, and I miss it to death. Hold on a second. Because I don't want to lose place in my story. But yeah. Mystic Fellowship, and then like, Day Shift is just too noisy, too chaotic, and I just, my brain just is so overwhelmed by the noise and chaos that I can't, you know, really write poetry that well. But since my avatar had already been developed, which my choice was mixing a unicorn and dragon. Now, initially, I love dragons more, but I do love unicorns. And my best work friend at the time loved unicorns. She likes dragons too, I think, but she was more into the unicorn vibe, and I think part of that was kind of ended up having to do with Deadpool as well. The Deadpool memes. So I was like, well, then I'll just, and partly because of her, I'll just, you know, make my avatar a mix of a dragon and a unicorn. And over time, like, I have my older drawings of it. I need to get stuff organized so that I can show you all those at some point. And, you know, the color changes that I've done to it over the years that I've been working on it. But I like where it is right now. And I do kind of have a rough sketch of the full body, because I found it while I was cleaning the kitchen yesterday. So, and my official color, you know, choices for the whole thing. But most people only see the head, because obviously that's what I use for emotes and profile picture. So that's pretty much why I switched it, since I wasn't always writing poetry. Yes, I still do, but you think about it, poetry, yes, is a form of art. Any writing really is. And I write all my content out, except these, because these are stories that I'm just sharing with y'all. And so they may be a little on the awkward side and not as well thought out, but I'll do my best. But in advance, thank y'all for the happy birthday wishes. There will be a cooking stream after this one. So anyway, Mystic Unigon became my official username with the avatar. And I stuck with using my friend's suggestion as a guild, Mystic Fellowship, and also as my community. Now, unfortunately, and I kind of hate Blizzard for doing this, the fact that if you are a guild leader of a guild and you go inactive for a while because either you're taking a break from the game or whatever, your officers can take over your guild. Yes, it's your responsibility to choose people you can trust. Now, I thought I could trust this person. It's from another country I don't even know. He took over the guild while I was kind of on an absence, playing on another server with another friend. A friend that I actually do trust, because I know she wouldn't screw me over, nor would I ever do that to her. And she's been through a lot in her life, but we won't go into that. And yeah, we don't communicate as much as we should, but she has a very busy life, so it's understandable. But this douchebag took over my guild, and when I came back, he wouldn't give it back. So there is somebody on Stormrage who basically stole Mystic Fellowship, the guild, from me. So if y'all ever see him, report him. But yeah, you know that's not gonna happen. So I had to make a new guild, and it ended up being called Mystic Misfits. And I kind of gave up on it and ended up joining Jay Lee's guild. If you ever watch Love Jay Lee here on Twitch, she hasn't played WoW in a while, but she still likes the game. She's been into Pal World and some other stuff. But I was like, you know what? I'd rather be in a guild with friends anyway. Especially after one of the few things in World of Warcraft that has left me permanently angry. I will never, ever, ever heal from that. There's several things in WoW that I will never heal from. That is one of them. That I trusted a douchebag from another country who stole my fucking guild. That is my community. But yeah. If anybody ever plays on that server and sees them, chew them out for it, because they deserve it. And I know we're not supposed to be assholes people on WoW, but it still happens. Anyway. The username thing. And so that's pretty much it. The avatar you see now is my permanent one. My emotes, that's my permanent choice. Like I said, it used to be purple with aqua. Changed it, because I didn't want it looking too much like Spyro. It used to have a longer snout, but due to Twitch's box-shaped emotes and, trying to be able to fit it into that space and make it look right, I rounded it off a little bit more. I always liked the dragons with the pointy noses, because it really gives that indication that's a dragon. And a lot of people have just called my avatar unicorn without really looking fully into it, because yes, it has the horn and it has hair. Which is why I tried to make that little jagged edge over the mouth to make it look like a dragon. Apparently doesn't work very well, but I'm not changing it, I'm keeping it where it's at. People want to call it the other, it is what it is. Nothing I can really do about that. But it is a mix. It is a mashup. If you see the whole body, you'll understand. But I really don't want to share that, because you know how people are about stealing artwork nowadays, and I feel like I can't trust the world anymore. I can't trust people anymore. I don't want people stealing my design that I've worked hard on for a long ass time to get right. So that's that little story. Birthdays! Yes, it's my birthday. I am level 42 officially as of 5:30 this morning. Mom didn't quite text me on time, but a few minutes later, that's okay. Now, as far as remembering birthdays from years ago, When I was a child, I don't really remember a lot. I do remember for my birthday when I was younger, I always wanted a chocolate cake. It was always chocolate cake. Because I'm really not a fan of vanilla. Still not really a fan of vanilla. Like, obviously, vanilla bean ice cream is the only one to use in root beer floats, or really any float for that matter. I just prefer chocolate. So I've always picked chocolate cake until I discovered how good cheesecake was. And then, of course, when Mom asked, "What do you want for your birthday cake?" Cheesecake! Should know that by now. So she made me like the classic New York style. She actually made it too. She didn't go buy it. Classic New York style cheesecake. And I've tried different flavored ones over the years. I will say that even though their food, like their normal food, is not the greatest, Cheesecake Factory does have the best cheesecake. It melts in your mouth. I have not tried any better than that yet. And their key lime cheesecake, oh, it's, if you like sour tart stuff, ooh, it's so good, and it's so tart. Like, it's almost too much, but it was delicious. That being said, we will celebrate with a piece of key lime pie while I'm doing my cooking stream, because I did buy myself a frozen one, because they're pretty darn good. I don't really care. Thanks to Loki now, I've gotten into the key lime pie thing. Oh, and by the way, speaking of Loki, we have our Loki alligator, who was the topper of our Christmas tree for Christmas, as the topper of the podcast tree. And as you see, the very first ornament is a heart ornament, and it says, basically, my creation, the creation of my username and avatar and birthday. So that's basically the podcast topic. They go on ornaments and they get hung on the tree as we do them. Eventually the tree will get full, and we'll have to, you know. And of course I can't adjust the mess back there. Now, see, my ultimate goal for this area, where my crappy table is, behind that gold curtain is two smaller bookshelves that I've had for years stacked on top of each other. And you've all seen that in my normal streams. Over in that one, the corner over here, I have a bunch of Star Wars stuff, but there's a bunch of other crap piled in front of it, so it's kind of a trashy mess. The other side of the basement looks even worse, trust me. What I initially want behind me is two of the 5-shelf bookshelves, like the one that all my, you see over here, My Little Ponies. These are like all my old ones. Well, there's newer ones on it too, but it's all my Little Ponies. I want 2 bookshelves just like this that will go immediately behind me so that you won't see the crap in that I can't even point right. That corner. And I kind of want like a curtain, like even a beaded curtain. And I did put one on my Amazon wishlist to hang in the opening where you walk back to here. So that's an initial goal for this area. So yeah, hopefully tax returns or something, I can buy those shelves, buy a curtain, set things up a little bit back here. My shelves besides me on either side are a mess. Because I've just kind of thrown content creation stuff there and had not been able to use it last year because of the kid not having a computer at the time. But that'll change this year. It'll gradually get more organized and better. So anyway, birthdays. Cheesecake. Key lime pie, which you'll be seeing later. And it's the Walmart cheesecake pie. Surprisingly, it's really good. As far as, like, real childhood memories, anything significant for birthdays, I don't really remember a lot. I do remember... Well, like, let's just put it this way. I've never had a surprise birthday. Never. Never had a surprise birthday. Never been taken to... Like, as a kid, never been taken to Like Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. Never been to Chuck E. Cheese in my entire life. Okay, there you go. And I want to know now, because obviously as Twitch, nobody can leave comments because it kind of sucks. Well, that's just the way it's set up. But once this makes it on YouTube, I want to know in the comments how many of y'all have never ever been to Chuck E. Cheese in your entire life. Because I've never have, so raising my hand on that one. And I just want to know how many other people have never ever been to Chuck E. Cheese in their life. I've been to Pizza Hut because my grandmother, once she moved in with us, living in PA, she took me there a lot. And I always got the personal pan pepperoni pizza, which is still fucking amazing. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Still amazing. The only real... And having a winter birthday sucks. Because if it snows and you're celebrating your birthday that weekend, the roads are shit. Nobody can come visit you. You can't really have a real birthday celebration. And I think that's what happened a lot when I was younger. So I really didn't get to have good celebrations. I bet the only ones I pretty much had were with my next door neighbor when we were friends. So at least kinda had somebody, but like, that was it. Now, one winter, and I don't remember if this was around my birthday, before, after, whatever. When we were actually a little older, and I think it was when, because it wasn't when I got my license, I think it was when my oldest cousin got her license. She came around with the family van. It had snowed, I think, a few days before, and it was quite a bit of snow, but it had cleared up. It was on a weekend. She came and picked us all up, drove us, because the cool thing was we had our road, there was a road that connected, and then her roads, their road. So, like, we all lived really in close proximity. So, she'd pick us all up, and we went up to one of the farmers' fields, which farmers didn't really care. Like, farmers in our area were always nice. They didn't care if we hung out in the field, go walking, whatever. We all got our sleds and went sledding down that hill. So if you know the hilly farmers' fields, if you know what those are like, those hills are steep. And it was fun as hell. Now, like I said, I don't remember if that was birthday or not, but we'll count it as one of the fun things that happened in winter. Because we'll throw winter in with birthdays, because being a winter baby. Now, Blizzard of 96 I remember very well, because that kept us out of school for a week. That one kept us out of school for a week because of how much freaking snow it was. It was one of those rare occasions that, because my mom had strictly outdoor cats, she let them in. No, she did let them in at Christmas time too, but I think that blizzard happened after Christmas. She let them in. Pretty much what happened that blizzard. We didn't know where they all were. I think we had gotten a few of them because they had gone in the shed, and we waded out in the snow basically because of how deep it was. Like, literally you go down those back roads with the fields and stuff, and it was just walls of snow. Just driving through walls of snow. But it became a wall up against our back door, which is one of those big sliding glass doors. Well, at the time. So they got a porch built in around it years later. That snow smacked up against that door, and one of the cats literally tunneled up to that door. And we saw that face peeking out of the snow, and Mom's like, oh my god, hurry up and let him in! Because I think it was Shadow. It's like, hurry up and let the poor cat in. And we had to be very careful not to let too much snow get in the house when we were letting him in, because he tunneled right up to the back door. And then we got a towel and, like, dried him off and warmed him up. Poor thing. This is why you don't leave your cats out. If it's cold, man, and you have outdoor cats, bring the poor things in. Don't make them be out there and suffer. Unless you got a worm shed with, like... Now, my parents did have the dryer vent that went out to the shed. And at one point she set, like... like, I don't know, those big round plastic tubs, and she put blankets and stuff in there for him and try to set it as close to the dryer vent as possible so they'd stay warm in there if they needed to go in there, and leave one of the one of the windows like a crack enough open that they could, jump in through the window. And then food and stuff in there for them. Cuz like but yeah, that blizzard was crazy. And I remember cuz once the plow trucks finally came down a road, cuz it's a back road, and they always do the main roads first, obviously, and it takes forever for you to get dug out if you're on a country back road with minimal amount of houses around you. So obviously when they did, it made a huge mound in the front yard near one of the birch trees. And it was kind of like right next to our driveway, because on top of the plow doing that, Dad shoveling the driveway and shoveling it into that pile and making it like just kind of look like a huge igloo. So when my neighbor and I were out playing in it, we dug into it, and finally dug out enough to where we could crawl in there. And then when I finally went to crawl in there, one of the cats butted in front of me and went in, and I was like, "You little asshole!" Like, you little asshole, you just butted in front of me. But it actually felt really warm in that. It's like, now I see how igloos work, kind of. Because it's like, you get body heat in there, it keeps it warm, the snow keeps it insulated. But it was definitely a lot of fun, and it took a long time for that snow to finally completely melt. Now, let's see, teenager birthdays. I do remember one very well. And that was one winter when we got snow, but the roads were clear. And my male cousin, who is like a year younger than me, we were into a lot of the same stuff. We were into Cartoon Network, cartoons like Ren and Stimpy, SWAT Cats, Two Stupid Dogs. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. I don't know, there's a few off the top of my head that I can remember. But we also watched Mystery Science Theater 3000 when his mom finally got cable. My grandmother got satellite for us, so we ended up getting Sci-Fi Channel. Back when X-Files was actually Friday nights, Dad would take me over to his place, and obviously, because that was his younger sister, two of them would sit in the kitchen, laugh, and talk about whatever, and we would sit in the living room and watch X-Files together, eating SpaghettiOs and Chef Boyardee ravioli. And playing with his Yak Baks, because he had the Yak Bak, and I really miss that toy. Now I have one, actually I have a couple, but they don't work anymore, unfortunately, really. I know GMM this morning, they said don't bring it back, but I want it brought back, because I miss playing with my Yak Bak, just saying. Like, yes, I know you can do that stuff on your phone, but if you're recording videos with your phone, how do you do that? How do you add that in there? I know there's voice effects that you use in your apps, but I'd rather just have it, boom, right in my hand, separate from what I'm recording with. There's still that convenience of it, which I guess Rhett and Link don't understand, but it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I miss the Yak Bak. And because I remember him, because X-Files, when it was on Friday nights, I had the original Budweiser Frog commercials, if y'all remember those. Oh gosh, my crown's gonna fall off. Yeah, it's small, it does not fit my head, technically. No! Stay. Whatever. If it falls off, I'll take it off, I don't care. But yeah, he would record the Budweiser Frog song, and that was the first Yak Bak. And then when he got the second one for Christmas, I think it was, that year, it was even more fun because changing the tone of the voice and whatever. And then it was later on that I finally got one. And now I'm wishing I had gotten one and left it in the damn package, because it'd probably still freaking work! But I know on eBay they're a ridiculous amount of money. Oh well, it is what it is. A missed toy that we'll probably never see again. It's okay. Anyway, I mean, we still got, like, people still making, you know, fart toys out there. Because I still have this little whoopee cushion one. Kind of sounds lame, but I mean, it kind of works. It's okay. I bet if you, like, muffled it the right way, it would sound right. Like, held it in your hand the right way over the speakers in your pocket, like, it would work better. But, yeah, good old Yak Bak. Good old Budweiser for all. Those commercials were classic, and they were hilarious. I mean, I know the whole series is on YouTube somewhere. And then it sucked because when X-Files moved to Sunday nights, my bedtime was 8 o'clock. So, and because, you know, living out in the country, it took me a long time to get to school because my school was all the way in the middle of Lancaster City. So, yeah. We got, when it came out, one of those good old VCR co-pilots, which I have made a video of. A nostalgic video of. And I do have it floating around here somewhere because I'll never get rid of it. Probably never use it again, but I'll definitely never get rid of it because it is a nostalgic piece of equipment. And you basically had to set it so that it lined up with your VCR. Hit the start time, hit the stop time, make sure that your channel was set on the one your show was coming on, and let it go. 9 times out of 10, it worked. It actually did work very well. It did its job. So yeah, I'd have to record X-Files and watch it Monday after I got home from school, because I couldn't stay up till 10 o'clock to watch it Sunday night. Really sucked. That's why I liked having it Friday nights. Friday nights was a lot more convenient. And I could at least spend time hang out with my cousin. But that's life. But yeah, that one year he came over for my birthday to hang out. I could almost say he ruined my birthday, but at the same time now, at the time it annoyed the hell out of me. But now thinking back on it, it was funny. We played different things, did different things, whatever. But one of the things that he first came to me with when he came over was, guess what? I got something funny to tell you, a prank that you can pull on somebody. I'm like, okay, cool, what? And he's like, well, if you're in a pool with somebody, like family, friends, whatever, you gotta get up to them, like get up real close to them, and go, I farted, did you feel the bubbles? Like, prank them with it. And I'm like, dude, that is kind of a good idea. It's kind of stupid, but it's kind of funny at the same time. And I'm like, well, you gonna do that in our aunt's pool once she gets it ready for the summer? And he's like, maybe. But the entire day that we were hanging out at my house, he kept saying, I farted, did you feel the bubbles? And I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. But I didn't say it. I was just like, I didn't want to be rude. But he kept doing it and it was getting on my nerves. And I was like, please stop. Brian, please stop. But he just kept being annoying with it. We had our own little, like, annoy each other quirks, like, as if we were brother and sister, whatever. Like, we'd poke each other on the shoulder. Stupid shit like that. But I miss those days. It's kind of really the only teenage birthday I remember. As far as becoming an adult, well, the day I officially became an adult, which they say with women is when it's that time of month starts. I got that when I was like 11. Yeah, it came right on my birthday, which was not cool. And it scared the shit out of me. But, yeah, we won't go into that one. Luckily, my grandmother was, living with us at the time, too, so it made it a little less, depressing. Adulthood. 21. Alright, everybody's got a special 21 birthday. I didn't even really have a special 16 birthday, which, meh, didn't care. But yeah, 21 is that big year when you hit the age you can drink. So, the first thing we did when I turned 21, Mom took me to glamour shots. Now, y'all know I'm a tomboy. I don't like makeup. I don't do that shit no more. And if you already don't like makeup, if you've ever been to glamour shots and had it done, you'll definitely hate it after that. Unless you're crazy. Just saying. The amount of makeup they put on you, like, literally feels like it's pulling the skin off your face. And it's so uncomfortable. And you look so fucking fake because of all that makeup covering up your flaws. It just doesn't look like you anymore. It really doesn't. It does not look like you anymore. And I had to wear that shit all day. And you already know I hate wearing dresses too, so having to wear a dress. I still have the photo. It is upstairs in my curio cabinet. I may share that at some point. I don't know. We might need maybe 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We will share my glamour shots. Prove that it really does not fucking look like me at all. It's me with a bunch of fucking makeup caked on at age 21. I'm calling it levels now because that's the gaming thing and I like that better anyway. But yeah. As soon as we got home from it, I wanted to go in and wash it off. Mom's like, no, 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 no. You leave the makeup on because we're going out to eat tonight. And you get to have a drink. Since you're 21 now. Like, damn it. I want to take the fucking makeup off. Alright. So, for those of you who live or have lived in the area of Jennersville, Pennsylvania, or, anywhere around there, or know of it, there used to be a restaurant there called the Red Rose Inn. It is no longer a thing. Well, the building's still there, but it was at the original building of it goes way, 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 way back. Years and years ago. They built onto it and turned it into a restaurant. Pretty much what happened. So I think it was originally like an inn, because there were bedrooms and stuff upstairs, and I've heard rumors that it's haunted. Now, obviously, the restaurant part was downstairs, and I think there was a basement. There's probably like a bar or something downstairs, because a lot of times that's how that goes. But we were in the restaurant part because we had dinner, and I remember their food being pretty darn good. I had a strawberry daiquiri and a pina colada. They were huge. I did not finish the whole things. Now, I drank more of the strawberry daiquiri than the pina colada because I love strawberry. I love strawberry daiquiris. Pina colada's not bad, but it's one of those, you gotta be in the mood for it kind of things. But yeah, that building since has been restored to its original thing, and now it's pretty much owned by the township, and it's just a historic landmark. So thankfully, they've kept that part up instead of destroying it completely, because there were rumors they were going to destroy it completely, and people were fighting for it because it is a historic landmark. I was like, no, no, no. Leave it. Take it down to its original. That's the best thing you can do to, historic buildings. Like, I mean, even if my parents' house ever goes to the point, because my parents' house used to be an old schoolhouse, 1880s. The original building of it was 4 stone walls. So, living in that house, I always felt safe because those walls were sturdy. And stucco was put over those walls because keeping them refaced costs a lot of money. Although on the one side, near where one of the lower driveway is, you can see the stone starting to show through, so some of the stucco is starting to come off. But at least stucco's it's so much better than the shitty plastic siding they use nowadays, because it frickin' just about lasts forever. And what they call stucco nowadays is garbage. It is just shit compared to what's on that house right now. The white, thick layer. Now it's just... I don't know what the frick it is now, but it's bad. And it's ugly. So yeah, that was the Red Rose Inn. Missed that place. I wish I would have, like, gotten a business card or something from there. Like a card, because I'm sure they had. And kept it, but pretty much all I have from that are memories. And, the restaurant setting was very nice, very homey, very comfortable. Like, it was a great restaurant. And like I said, the food was good. And the drinks were good. Can't complain about the drinks. 20s. After that one, anyway. Meeting my boyfriend. I don't know, we've always kept birthdays pretty simple. Now, I used to work on my birthdays. And one birthday in particular that I worked on, I had a customer be an asshole to me. Or I should just say Karen, because, you know, that's what they are now. And it just pretty much ruined my whole day. I know that was my 20s. I don't remember exactly what year. But I said, I'm never working another birthday again. I will take off. Even if I have to freaking call off, I will not be at work on my birthday because I don't need people being Karens to me on my birthday. We already had one today on Twitter. Good old Smutbot liking a comment or a reply or something that for something I was tagged in. Like, ugh, they never stop on Twitter, I swear. They never freaking stop, and they're so annoying. Like, I just keep... My blocked list of users on Twitter at this point has gotta be, like, 95% porn bots. Like, literally. It's bad. They just never stop. It's like every like I get, if I know it's not one of my friends on there, I check that profile. Oop! Smutbot, block. They just never stop. They multiply. Worse than rabbits! Anyway. But yeah, one customer ruined a birthday, so I said, alright, never work on another one again. So I've always, you know, taken vacations, taken off. Not gonna be at work on my birthday. Not gonna have another douchebag ruin it. I've had family ruin it before, too. But we won't go there. For my 30th birthday, I do remember, I was in a different guild on WoW. And this was when Cataclysm came out. They didn't know I was a Christian. So, they were cool. When they found out, later on, of being part of that guild, they unfriended me, kicked me, blah blah blah. And I'm like, did I ever once judge you guys? Alright, whatever. But anyway, for my 30th birthday, one of the things they did for me, and we decided to make it a weekend thing afterwards. Like a weekly thing. So that everybody could get it, because it was easy to run at that point. was the Black Drake mount from the one I forget. It wasn't Ruby Sanctum, it's the other one, I think. Obsidian Sanctum. The one raid under Wyrmrest Temple in Dragonblight. So, we were all in Cataclysm, we were all leveled to 85. And we're like, let's see how easy this is to farm the 10-man version. Because 20 or 25 is like the Twilight Drake. And it proved to be very easy for not even a full raid group. I think we had 5 or 6 of us, and we were able to do it. So, as the birthday person, I got the Black Drake the first round. So then we just kind of did it for everybody until everybody that wanted it ended up getting it. Now you can literally just, if you're on retail, just farm the shit yourself. But that was my 30th birthday present from the guild. The Twilight I ended up getting because I was chilling in Stormwind one day and saw people starting up a raid group for the Twilight Drake drop. And you know how you get that little voice in the back of your head that says, do it. That voice is never wrong. I said, alright. It's telling me to go. So I went, and I won the role. And I was like, hell yeah. It's like, now I could easily just farm the thing myself. Like, I could have gotten it later on, but I don't know, just that satisfaction of being the one to win the role. And I feel like they were doing it all the time, too, until, like, people would keep getting it, but... So yeah, that was 30th birthday. Trying to think after that, I don't really remember any other birthdays. Last year was shit because I couldn't stream. This year I can because, yay. Also to myself, it's just me and the kitties. It's all good. Also, 41 is kind of a bad number for me, so I'm glad to have that gone and out of my way. I will say this much, though. Getting older. More pains. But at the same time, maybe a little more wisdom about certain things. It landed in my hands. Alright, we'll leave it off. And my wig's slipping too. This is one of those clearance wigs I got at Walmart after Halloween. And like, yeah, you can see the only pain with these, buying these wigs for, like, Halloween is, like, the top of them's flat. But it's okay. Still looks better than my normal hair, because my hair is, like, thin on top now. But yeah, last year's kind of sucked. I did have a really good stream one was it the year before last? Might have been the year before last. I had a good one on stream. Then the year before that one, the one that I streamed sucked. Because I've been literally streaming for, like, over 4 years now. And, I do have another, sub-badge thing that I need to make up. I need to make a thing for, because I don't have one yet. And I think this is the Loki Unigon that I designed in that one notebook, or that one art book, and I gotta find where that is, so that I can copy it onto digital. So yeah, this birthday, after this stream, after this podcast, if you love cooking, we're gonna be cooking some good stuff. So, hope y'all enjoy some food, as well as eating a piece of my key lime pie. Oops, wrong direction. I'm like looking, it's weird because I'm looking at myself on the screen and it's like totally opposite of how I am. But, yeah, that's, as far as birthdays, I think that's pretty much all I can do. And then my avatar history. Hold on. There is one avatar picture that I can show y'all. When I did make it, when I did switch, I made this like a more abstract one. That's kind of in the front of my uh art note, or my computer nerd password shit notebook. I kind of made an abstract version of it. The ear is obviously not how the ear looks right now. Because right now the ear is totally different than that. It wasn't. Because that looks more like a unicorn ear. The one I have now is more designed like a dragon ear. But I kept that because it's still kind of cool. If I do ever find the other drawings that I've made of my avatar, then I will definitely share them at some point. Now, as far as continuing podcasting, the title of this is called Mystic Thoughts. It will eventually go on YouTube. And we're gonna do something really fun. Now, this first one obviously has a specific topic. The next one I do will also have a specific topic, because it's something that needs to be shared. It's kind of a little bit more on my life. After that, anything is open. So, I've discovered the use of my spinny wheel that I bought off of Amazon. I don't know how many years ago? Couple? 3? I gotta fix this a little, because I realize I have to unscrew these to get this to go all the way back. Because there's another board behind this one, but I was like, I want to use the glitter one because it's pretty. So these are all the topics. Yes, it's sloppy. I'm probably gonna have to fix it. But once we're gonna, basically at the end of the next episode, we're gonna give this baby a spin. Oh, it looks so pretty with those rainbow colors. Whatever it lands on will be the next podcast topic. And at least that way I can plan ahead what I want to talk about for that topic. And then once we're done, we'll just, because it's dry erase, we'll just wipey, and we'll write another one in that spot. So we'll just kind of make it fun. I was like, I've been trying for God knows how long to come up with an idea for this stupid wheel, and I think I've finally done it. So, like I said, next one, something specific about my life, and I eventually want to know how many other people share that with me. We also have, because of the fact that I'm turning every topic into an ornament and hanging it on the tree, pretty much starting at the top, I'm gonna also write it on this calendar, which I'm gonna end up keeping. And I'm gonna keep trying to get calendars like this. I did not realize this was sealed. So I bought this, I was trying to buy like a fun one, and I'm like, well, of all the ones that are like this, Minecraft was the only cool one. Like, because the other things I've either never seen or just not into. It's like, it's freaking sealed shut. So I'm like trying to get this sticker off and trying not to rip or bend the pictures. There we go, I think I got it. Oh, it's on the sides too. What the hell? They really freaking... So nobody could cheat and see what all the pictures were in the store. Like, stand there and in the middle of Action Alley and stare at it and get in everybody else's way. Good Lord have mercy. I just want to see what January's looks like. Like, I bought it a couple weeks ago and I have not opened it, so I have no idea what the pictures on this thing look like. I don't want to... Alright. Oh, it says scissors. Well... Alright, that works. My nails are strong enough. That works. Alright, let's see what January's looks like. I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, but whatever. Oh yeah, it even has September through December of 3 on here. January! Wide Wild World. Well, y'all know I do creative mode, so that doesn't apply to me. But it just shows Steve and Alex and... Okay, that's a little cringy. Why does it look like they're holding hands? And then they have a wolf sitting next to them. It literally looks like they're holding hands, no lie. Not my business. So then we can write down what we've done on those days for podcast topics. So, find a working pen. January 30th. Then we write... If I can find a pen that works. Of course, you pick one up and then realize that it doesn't work. You know, that's just how that goes. I'm about ready to use a damn Sharpie. I had a pen in here like a hot minute ago, and then I was like, where did I bury it? See, look, I'm making a oh, there it is. It rolled off my other notebook. Okay. Creation of username and birthdays, basically. Birthday memories. I gotta let that dry because it's one of those kind of ink pens, gel pen kind of things. You gotta let sit and dry. So that is pretty much it for today's podcast. Like I said, when this goes on YouTube, go ahead, subscribe to my YouTube, jump in my comments, and, you know, let me know if you've never been to Chuck E. Cheese. Let me know if you've also never had a surprise birthday, because I never have. My wig's slipping again. That's alright, we're almost done. And let me know what birthdays, like, if you have a most memorable birthday. Like, I have a few. I don't know which I would say was the best of them, but at least I have a few that stand out. Mom probably remembers more about my childhood birthdays than I ever would. Because parents are usually good at remembering that kind of stuff. Actually, I could go talking about my daughter's birthdays. You know what? Let's just jump into that a little bit. Trying to even remember. Like, one of her first cakes was Poppy from Trolls, because at the one point she loved that movie. It was her favorite movie. Now, for anyone that lives in Delaware, or knows about Bing's Bakery in Delaware, they make some of the most amazing stuff. And they used to have actual artists decorate their cakes. So, like, you could email them a picture what you want on the cake, and they would actually draw it on there. Now, yes, it costs a lot more, but they always did an amazing job. She's gotten Poppy before, she's gotten Mew from Pokemon. Trying to remember all the other ones. I know I've taken pictures, they're on my old phones. I just can't access that right now. But now they've gotten to the point they don't have that artist that used to do that anymore. So now they just will print if it's a good, they tell you to make sure like it's got good lighting or whatever in the picture, and they'll use that weird edible paper stuff. Which, you know what, whatever, we don't care. Trying to think. One year when she was even younger, before we even got him from Bing's, she was into Hello Kitty, and she wanted there was a black Hello Kitty cake at Walmart, and she just wanted that. So we got it for her. I'm in the kitchen, because this was when we were living in the apartments, and I heard my boyfriend freaking out in the bathroom. And I was like, what the hell? And he's like, my poop is blue! And I'm like, the hell? And he's like, yeah, that's really weird. What the hell caused that? And it was the black frosting from the Hello Kitty cake, because it ended up being all of our poop turned blue from that. So yeah, if you eat something with black frosting, yes, it has blue food coloring in it. That was kind of funny. Walmart doesn't make bad cakes either, to be honest. They're not bad. But, after that, we kind of started getting them from Bing's, but Bing's has a lot of amazing stuff. And whenever we go in there to pick the cake up, we always end up getting a couple of their brownies, because they're just so freaking good and rich. I try to taste different things when I go in there. I tried their fig bars. Their fig bars are really good. So if you're ever, like, a Fig Newton fan, try Real Bakery ones. They're good. I've tried all kinds of different things from there. But yeah, Munchkin's birthdays have always been, like, we've always gotten really good cakes, taken pictures, post them on Facebook, the usual. And then there have been times when, I've gotten a piece of their cheesecake, which is also good, but it's still not Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory pretty much out-tops them all. So yeah. She's also the lucky one. Me being a January baby, I'm not the biggest fan of the color red. So I have a garnet for a birthstone, and I think carnation is the birth flower for January, if I remember correctly. Munchkin's the lucky one. She got, wrong side, amethyst, purple, because purple's my favorite color, and that's really the only one that's close. Because it is purple, but it's a lighter purple. She got lucky with that one. She almost would have been a Valentine baby, but she came a little early. I was late. I think it was like, Mom said I was like 2 weeks late or something. Like, I just did not want to come out. And then Munchkin's like a week early. I timed my leave at the perfect time, so that was a good thing. But yeah, I think it's kind of all I can remember as far as birthdays go. And I will see you guys upstairs for some cooking in about 20 minutes. Because I gotta finish cleaning the couple little things to clean up in the kitchen. And let's get cooking. Also, if you like podcasts, and visual ones at that, because I don't know how to, put them on, like, Spotify or something to make them, and I don't think I'm good enough for that. It's gonna probably take me a while to get to that level, and I don't know how all that works, and don't really have the time to learn. There will be a new, spoiler alert, visual podcast coming up, aside from just our normal topics. For YouTube, I'm gonna have to make an intro video for it, because, yeah, they are going there. Basically, like I was saying before, how this basement is a mess. The other side is horrendous. Boxes everywhere. The new podcast will be called What's in the Box. And I know a lot of what's in those boxes. Movies, CDs, craft stuff, his stuff, Munchkin's old toys, all kinds of random shit that have come from being piled up in the apartment, storage shed, whatever. We're going to take a box at a time. I'm going to try to do it every week, just like these normal podcasts. Because these are only going to go like maybe an hour-ish. A box at a time, and we're going to sit right here. And I'm going to go through the box. And I'm going to share with you the stuff that's in it. And if there's a story to go with it, you get a story with it. If I don't even remember it, like when I was cleaning yesterday and found the freaking wired earbuds that I had bought at the dented can place as a backup and totally forgot that I even had, then yeah, there you go. But yeah, I think most of the stuff will be kind of nostalgic. So yeah, we'll just go through it a little bit at a time, and pretty much what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put. I won't be able to do. I'll probably do it Thursday, because I get paid on Thursday. Right now, I only have $30 to my name. I want to get, at least to start, 3 of the big plastic tubs. One, I'm gonna put his stuff in, because it's up to him if he wants to keep it or not. I'll still share it, but it's up to him if he wants to keep it or not. Number 2, stuff that I am gonna keep of mine. And number 3, potential future yard sale stuff. Because even going through the crap upstairs, I found stuff that I would definitely throw in a yard sale, because I don't want it. Don't need it. So yeah. What's in the Box podcast coming Thursday. Hopefully we can get that one rolling. And at least that, for me, is a fun way to go through all that crap. And actually get the basement to a level where we can actually do more stuff down here. Because it is a finished basement. And to just keep it as storage kind of feels wrong. Like, why even have storage if you're not going to use it? Like, the only thing that should be stored is Christmas, Halloween, whatever decorations. That's it. And also in this closet, with all them damn clothes that I gotta take to Goodwill. I put them in the yard sale, but at this point I'm just like, nah, there's just too many to try to go through. So yeah, stay tuned for that Tuesday. Tomorrow, I don't know if there's gonna be a stream. Wednesday, because they're coming to start fixing our roof. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But love y'all, and I'll see you in a few minutes upstairs for some nom noms. Thanks for watching and listening to Mystic Thoughts.